Right.
They did a movie on one of them.
One of the movie.
No, I mean, number one of them got. I think it's Johnny. Johnny got a movie.
And
Johnny DeBarge got a movie. I think I don't know if it was John. I don't know who was messing with Janet Jackson. That's what I don't know.
I think it was him. I think it was him.
It was the light skinned dude.
Yeah, I think he got her pregnant.
Right. They all light skinned.
Well,
you keep saying it was the light skinned dude.
Well, the oldest one.
You got to get your Jones specific, because if we was in the gun, if we was gonna go shoot somebody up, which one we shooting? The light skinned one. They all light skinned.
There's 50 of them.
Right. Shoot all of them. We ain't got that many bullets. We shoot all of them, man. No. Then you gonna say something like, no, with the good head. They all got good head. Right?
The one that can sing. They all can sing.
They all can sing. Yeah.
The one
you gotta get a specific.
The one in the R&B group.
They all in the R&B.
No, that R&B group switch.
That was his brothers. They was like the Jackson 5. They was all brothers.
The lead singer.
There you go. Okay, that's a little better. That's Elder Bar. Mr. I Like It.
Yeah.
That's Elder Bar.
That's that shit right there too, boy.
Yeah. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we here. It's Talk Years Tuesday. It's 8:00. I don't know why y'all looking around like y'all so suspicious. I didn't do the theme music because we be getting flagged a lot for that. So I didn't do the theme music today. I just said we're gonna go right at it, start talking. As you can see, we started talking about music. Elder Barge came right off the top. Mm-hmm. But like I said, we here though. It's Tuesday. You know what I mean? JD came to join us, you know what I mean? Heart to start.
What it do? Good looking for having me, big bro. What up, Ron? What up, Ian? Shout out to Den, man. The motherfucking Ignorant Thinkers podcast, man. 100%.
That's right. And Vegas Hockey Hub came to join us in the building. Mr. Sports Angle himself, Ian motherfucking Kelly.
Yep, you know it from the sports and entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm your host, Ian Kelly from Sports Hub, Vegas Hockey Hub, the Sports Angle, you name it, I do it all. Here in Las Vegas, the sports and entertainment capital of the world. And by the way, shout out to UNLV, 5-1 on the year. UNLV football, for like the first time in decades, is finally here, baby.
At least somebody winning in that Allegiant Stadium.
Wow. I like you. You're good.
Hold up. You can't hate on the Raiders, man. Hold on now. They 3-3. They are 3-3. I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Raiders are 3-3. Like this is real. Okay,
hey Dennis, I think that's what happens when you play in Las Vegas. You just win. The Aces are winning.
Hey, man. And what Al Davis used to say, just win, baby. Just win, baby.
That's what in Las Vegas. You just win, baby. That's all.
Just win, baby. I love me some Al Davis, man. But listen, it's Talk Years Tuesday. Ron Thomas is in the building.
What's up?
Yeah. Let's get into these trash ass players, Ron. I got a couple, man. I as you can see what jersey I got on, so I got some t-shirt. I got some let off the chest.
I gotta go. My first trash ass player in my quarterback. Let me say that one more time. The Atlanta Falcons quarterback.
Samaj. Oh, shit.
What the fuck you be looking at out there? You throwing 3 interceptions to everybody and their mama. Even Ray Charles get one.
That's right, on my mama.
Stevie Wonder got one. What the fuck you doing out here, player?
You know the motto's cool when they do it.
Then he gonna say after the game, we got to get better. We gotta do this. No, motherfucker, it's not no more we. It's you. It's your punk ass got to get better. Throwing interceptions. You got the head coach pulling out his hair. What left of it? The defense doing that thing, but Samaj, a.k.a. Desmond Ritter, you got to get focused, player.
If I can butt in real quick, he did pass 47 times. That's a little bit excessive
Man, he
47 times.
You got to try to win the game. I don't give a damn how many
But
times he passed.
I don't give a fuck about that. If you don't make if you don't throw those interceptions, you will not be have to throw 47 times. He's the problem. Rely on your running game. Your offensive lineman blocking for you. They blocking. But now you want to throw 3 interceptions. And this is what we get. We got to get better. We got to get on the same timing. No, you got to get better. Everybody else doing their job. My next trash ass player, Dennis.
I'm ready.
Colorado defense.
It's the whole damn state. All right. It's the whole damn state.
The mile high.
It ain't the defense.
Break it down, Dennis. Dennis just said it's a whole damn defense. The whole damn team. What the fuck y'all doing? Y'all were up 29 points. 29 in the first half.
Damn.
In the first half. Make that make sense. Then the second half, did y'all even pinch the bitch in the second half? Did y'all do anything? Throw a cleat at them, a towel? Y'all made Stanford look better than what they was. Dennis, who is the one wide receiver for Stanford? Well, it did one wide receiver put 3 touchdowns. 3 on y'all defense.
Well, my question is, why are you asking Dennis when there's a Pac-12 guy right here?
But my bad. Who is that Stanford wide receiver?
You know what? I'm going to butcher his last name, but I think it's like A.U. Manor. A.U. Manor. It's one of those guys.
Had 3 touchdowns. And y'all did not even tackle this man. This man was looking like Grunt out there.
They did one of them over Travis Hunter, too. That was impressive. So
Y'all to be more careful.
Hey, and Stanford lost to Sac State earlier this year, too, bro. And Sac State, old coach, is Stanford's new coach.
Make that make sense. Make that make sense.
They a big Sky team, bro.
hey, shout out to Troy Taylor, though. Shout out to Troy Taylor. But
He doing his thing. But he still shouldn't have lost to Sac State, though.
Right. Make that make sense. Yeah.
all right, so I got 2. The first one is I'm going to go with the Tennessee Titans. And more importantly, I'm going to go to Jeffrey Simmons. There was a play during the Ravens and Titans game where Zay Flowers was already being tackled by 2 guys, and Jeffrey Simmons intentionally aimed for his ankle, intentionally went low, trying to injure Zay Flowers. That is a bullshit move. There's no nice way to put it. That is a BS move by Jeffrey Simmons to try to intentionally injure Zay Flowers. So he's first. In terms of trash-ass players, he's first. Because he tried to intentionally injure a player. And then number 2 is I got to go to the Boise State Broncos in college football. I would say college basketball. That's on my brain already. College football, Boise State, because they blew a 17-0 lead on Colorado State. Like, out of all teams, you blow a 17-0 lead against Colorado State? A team that got embarrassed by Colorado a few weeks ago? I'm just saying. Like, when it comes to Boise State, they're no longer the powerhouse they once were. I mean, hey, you remember back then? You remember in the mid-2000s, the powerhouse Boise State was? Kellen Moore, Ian Johnson, all those guys. Unfortunately, this is the state that Boise State is in now.
The
under
Statue of
500.
Liberty with Ian Johnson.
Ian Johnson proposing to his girlfriend after the game. Yeah. But yeah, Ron, I had to point that out because they blew a 17-0 lead against Colorado State. It was embarrassing to see how mighty has fallen with Boise State. So they're trash as well.
So me?
Hey, that's you. Hey, we got
It's
you.
on you. It's on you.
Okay, my first one gonna be Jake Moody. You know how on Madden, when it's the game-winning kick and the screen get to shaking and the vision get blurry and shit like that. That's what happened when it was about 15 seconds to go, and you only down by 2 with a 42-yard field goal. He gonna be my first trash ass player, taken in the top 100. You know, you drafted him late third, early fourth, whatever the fuck it was. He's supposed to be automatic from 40 and in. He missed 2 field goals, but you know, it was a hell of a game, but they still had a chance to pull it out. Then my second one gonna be Bill Belichick. How do you go in to the Vegas, the sports capital of the fucking USA, and go in and lose to one of your fucking pupils, bro? Oh, my mama. Even though Judon ain't there, I know that the offense is horrible as fuck, but you're supposed to have your boys fired up. You ain't supposed to lose to Belichick, dog. 100%. I mean, fucking McDaniel, excuse me. So, them my 2 trash-ass players. Everything.
Well, you know, shout out to JC, man, in the comments, man. JC, man, it's good to see you, boy. You know, whenever you get a chance one day, you know, probably next Tuesday or something, come on through the show. You know, I love to come on your show. You know what I mean? This is all we always show love. But you are absolutely right for that. Justin Herbert. And I rooted for the LA Chargers this week. And I'm rooting for the LA Chargers next week. Because I need them to beat Kansas City. So I will be rooting for them. But at the end of the day, Justin Herbert got to do better, man. And they always make all these excuses for this bull, man. Excuse this, excuse that. All these excuses. He got to do better. But since we talk about quarterbacks, I just can't go by without talking about my goddamn quarterback, okay? I got to be right about mine. My quarterback has not been looking good all season. My quarterback is on pace to do a Jameis Winston 30 for 30.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ain't nobody said it. I'm going to say it. My quarterback is on pace to do a 30 for 30 like Jameis Winston. All right?
On documentary.
Right. And I'm just here and I'm letting everybody know that I don't like what I've been seeing out of my quarterback. He don't look comfortable back there. He don't look like he got that swag that he used to have. I gotta give it to B, who I'm surprised is actually in the comments today. Shout out to B the analyst. B the analyst told me that those were the most glorified 22 touchdowns he's ever seen in his life. I may have to say, as of right now, the way Jalen Hurts is playing, B the analyst is right. I also got to give an apology out there to AB because AB told me, you know, I got to watch more games to see what's going on with Jameis Winston. This is back when he was throwing his 30 for 30. I'm going to have to say my quarterback is now on pace for 30 for 30. So I'm going to have to give AB an apology about the way I trashed Jameis Winston. I see the Eagles picked up Julio Jones today. And Julio Jones is one of my favorite wide receivers. Julio Jones is probably my favorite wide receiver to come out of Alabama. I'm going to have to say that. I was a big Julio Jones. Real big. Do I think he's the same Julio Jones he was before, you know, back when he was in Atlanta? No. Do I know why the Eagles went and got Julio Jones? Have no fucking idea at all. But I do know one thing. Supposedly, he gives us more size. That's what they saying. I don't see where all this is coming up at. Go ahead, man.
The reason y'all got him because if you look at y'all past few games, y'all been the defensive coordinator on the other team be trying to put a safety and a corner on both of your wide receivers. They be trying to take them out of the game. So now you got to pick your poison now. The Julio, he might just catch 15-yard slants and the first downs and all that stuff.
Well, I do have to add one part. He is on the practice squad. He was signed to the practice squad. So first,
Yeah,
he
that
got to
don't
be
mean
elevated to the active roster.
that's the new thing now. That ain't
Yeah,
nothing.
you just need a couple more weeks to get game
Right.
shape ready.
Right. Learn the
never
playbook.
move
That's
him
all
up.
it is.
Like Georgia Weasley.
Yeah, but I will say this though. I picked it. I was talking my shit because I said San Fran gonna be on their high horse because they just beat the Cowboys and they treating that shit like that was their Super Bowl and they gonna go into Cleveland and lose.
No.
And yet they did do that. I ain't wish no injuries on nobody. Let me get that out the way. But they are trash as well. But I do gotta go to the Diamonds since Bizarre ain't here, and I got to say trash ass player is ATL. Oh, the fucking Braves. I've been waiting on you bald head bitches to come back around the corner. I told you y'all can't fuck with us in October, baby. It's a red October out this bitch. I can smell it, god damn it. Fuck with Philly, man. We're the fighting Philly. Don't you do it.
Hey,
Anyway.
you know what, Ron? I got one more to add. Since Dennis mentioned Diamond Talk, shout out to someone who's out here. Shout out to the LA Dodgers for putting up arguably the worst performance in the NLDS. The Dodgers, the mighty, mighty Dodgers, the team that eliminated my Cubs from the playoffs all these time ago. Hey, how does it feel to get eliminated by the Arizona Diamondbacks, a team that you said you had their number? Nah, you have their number. They smacked you in the mouth. That's what they did.
Yes,
Diamondbacks punched you in the mouth over and over again. It was Mike Tyson. That was the type of fight there.
Ooh.
So I'm just saying, Dennis, LA Dodgers got to be on that conversation if you're gonna bring up the Braves as well. So
okay, Chocolate Girl. The Dodgers aren't who we thought they were. As far as JD said, JD, about those Detroit Lions, if I did power rankings, which I don't do power rankings, that is would be the analysts. But if I did power rankings, the Detroit Lions would be the number one team in the NFL. If I did my power rankings.
yeah, number 5.
Yeah,
They'd be top 5. They wouldn't be number 1. They just lost Monty. Monty has been a hell of a pickup for them, especially with them taking Jameer Gibbs, so high, and him being so ineffectively this right now. Jared Goff is a play action quarterback, and with having Monty on the field, bruh, and what he brings to the table, and Jared Goff only having 3 interceptions right now on the season.
As you can see, last year they had Jamal Williams. He gave him 17 touchdowns.
100%.
This year they got Monty. It's not the running back; it's the offensive line.
Oh no, without a doubt. No, I agree with that though.
You'll see when they plug in another running back and he does the same.
Craig Reynolds ain't the guy, bro. They talking about they're one of the front runners to go get Henry. You know what I mean? If Tennessee have a fire sale, they one of the front runners to go get Henry because you don't know how long Monty gonna be back, and Monty just came off an injury. You know what I mean? So it could be all the offensive line that you say it is, but you just can't plug and play no running back that's doing what Monty has done or what Mac Maul has done as well. Mac Maul shined last year.
I mean, yeah, and then he went to the Saints, and he don't look like the same person.
That's because it was the Aints too, though. The Aints is the Aints.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I said I'm pushing. I'm pushing it. I'm gonna keep saying Detroit is the best team in the NFL going into Week 7. That's what I'm saying. This is coming from me. All right, that's all me. It's all on me. It's on me, baby.
Detroit,
it's on me.
Dennis.
No, we don't play Detroit. I wish we did, but we don't play Detroit. And San Fran
it's a good thing this is Dennis' show because he says Detroit is number 1. It's his show, so he can say it.
Yeah. Ryan, what you got for 35 player, Ryan?
My Georgia Bulldog again. We beat Vanderbilt.
Beat the analyst told me I'm drinking the juice.
And the quarterback for Washington Huskies This
you
his
talking about
second time.
Michael
Michael
Penix. Michael Penix.
Yes, through 300. Wait a minute, 302 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. This is his second week doing this. Dennis, I said, but he good. He good.
That boy good.
That boy good.
That
Now,
boy good.
I think he should go top 5 in the draft. Why this?
Yeah, I think he's gonna go top 5 regardless. Gerald in the building. Gerald said, "I'm a diehard Cowboys fan." Well, Gerald, join the club. I'm not a diehard Cowboys fan, as you
Shout
can
out to
see.
Gerald,
Right?
man. Yeah, you
Yeah,
see that
shout out
Niner
to
gear
you.
over there, big dog. Bloods and
So
Crips in the 80s.
he put these type of numbers, stats wise. That's why he should go top 5.
Yeah, well, he looked like he's going to win the Heisman because he's the leader right now. From the downfall of a performance that USC had, a lot of
Say
people
the
want to blame
name.
the
Say the
a lot of
name.
people,
Say that quarterback name.
Caleb Williams. A lot of people want to blame their defense, but I didn't like the way that their offense looked in the fourth quarter, being the fact that they needed to score points. I didn't like the way that their offense looked at all. Like they were running the ball as if the time was on their side. Time ain't on your goddamn side. Throw the ball, Herbert scores some touchdowns. It just didn't look good to me. It didn't look good at all.
So, Ian.
No, I've been an Eagles fan. I live in Philly, Paul. I've been an Eagles fan my whole life. I've been going through this misery of an Eagles fan my whole goddamn life, Paul. We ain't start smiling until we won the fucking Super Bowl about 6 years ago, all right? I've been going through this misery my whole life. This has been the craziest relationship I've ever been in my life.
He said, my whole life I had to fight.
And I've been married. Just to let you know that, all right? So
let them know what is it, the 215 up there where you at, big bruh?
215-267, baby.
Yeah. All right, so Ron, since you redirected to me, I've got 4 for you. First, we're gonna go to college football, and we're gonna talk about James Madison being 6-0 to begin the year. Shout out to James Madison, by the way, for the fact that they're 6-0 on the year, beat up on Georgia Southern very recently. Now, it's kind of suspicious that they're 6-0 and they are not ranked, considering they are an FBS school, being 6-0 and not being ranked. But I'll leave that alone for now. But yeah, so 6-0. James Madison, props to them for doing what they're doing out there. Number 2, we're going to stay with college football. And you already have them on my hat. They already have them on my shirt. We have to come to Las Vegas, the sports and entertainment capital of the world, and talk about the UNLV Rebels being 5-1. They brought over Barry Odom, the former defensive coordinator from Memphis, from Arkansas, Missouri, all these places he was at. UNLV brings him over. 5-1 on the year. So gotta give a shout out to UNLV. Number 3, I have to go to the ice. We gotta talk a little hockey real quick. The Vegas Golden Knights are undefeated so far in the NHL, and they are about to go 4-0, hopefully, if they beat the Dallas Stars tonight. That's besides the point. So shout out to the Vegas Golden Knights. So far, have outscored their opponents 12-3 to begin the year. So Vegas Golden Knights, very impressed by them. And then lastly, the Las Vegas Aces, because they're heading into Game 4 of the WNBA Finals. And I know Sharon's not here, so she can't hype up the Liberty. But yes, the Las Vegas Aces, Game 4 of the WNBA Finals tomorrow. Have to give my props to the Las Vegas Aces. All right, JD, let's go over to you.
I got 2 players, but they on the same team, dog. My dog Wax and my dog Works, man. My co-host on the weekend wrap-up. Saturday will be our 1 year damn near anniversary of starting the show, man. This week will be 40 episodes in studio, cooked up. You know what I mean? So I just want to give my dog some love, man, 100% for not only holding me down, but holding us down, showing up, showing out every time they pull up, bro, trying to drop, good content, entertainment content, and just shit to get the people talking. So shout out to my dog, Wax and Works, man. There it is. That's all I got, bro.
Okay, that's what's up. Shout out to them, man. I got to catch our weekend wrap up. I gotta catch them more often. I used to catch it in the summertime, but I gotta catch them
100%.
more often now. Certified players, man. I got to give certified players out there to the Browns defense, the Jets defense. Got to give them 2 certified players. I got to give it to Stanford for making a hell of a fucking comeback, man,
Woo.
and never giving up. Got to give it to them. Notre Dame went out there and played, but as you see, my hat, the Tennessee Volunteers, baby. They went
Vols.
out there and they did what they needed to do to win their game. So I'm a Volunteers fan as well. If y'all didn't, if you don't
Love
know that,
Bama.
Hey, who do they play on Saturday? Just to let
it
everybody
don't matter.
remember. Who they play on Saturday?
It don't matter. They won. That's all that matters, man. A
Oh.
win is a win. All right. And if they keep rolling up, it becomes a snowball. And when the snowball goes downhill, it gets bigger and bigger. And you know what happens? You can't stop a snowball from going downhill.
But you can
I mean-
lose, Dennis.
I mean, it can go down a hill, but if it rolls in the wrong way, it's going to become a tide. So
That maybe. Don't be hating though. Don't be hating. That's all I'm gonna say. Now listen, the NBA season is coming up.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say that NBA season is coming up, and everybody got their specials of what they're looking for. Oh, I want to see this team, and I want to see this player. I want to know what's going on with this guy. Can this guy do this? Can I? Season starts October 24th. I want to know from y'all in the comments. I want to know from everybody on this panel. What are you looking for this NBA season? Like, what are you like? You know what? I'm gonna pay attention to this because this, what is that you're looking for this NBA season?
Me, I'm looking for the teams to take that next level
Okay.
because they got some good pieces. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I like the way the whole team built. They coming together, but when it get in the playoffs, can they send somebody home and go to the next round? That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. All right. What you got, Ian?
I mean, I'll say this when it comes to Damian Lillard, him finally leaving Portland, going to Milwaukee. I want to see how is he going to mesh with Giannis. How is Giannis and Dame going to do chemistry-wise in Milwaukee? Is it going to take a while for them to develop, or is it going to be something that happens right away? Because on paper, Milwaukee should be the best team in the East. Like, on paper, Milwaukee should be, if not number 1, then number 2, right behind Boston. So I want to see how well Dame does with Giannis to begin the year.
I got
Shit, I got 2 of them, so I'm gonna double back off what Ron talked about. My thing with them Kings is, because I'm here in Sacramento, is can De'Aaron go to the next level of not only being an all-star but considered one of the best players in the league, 100%, because he has the game, he has the ability to do it. You know what I mean?
20.
He top 20. That's a damn good ranking if he can get into the top 20 for sure. Then then the nation would respect De'Aaron's game. And then
I
with
will
me
say
being,
this: I think by the end of the year he'll be top 15, though. I would say
I mean,
by
he-
the end of the year he'll be top
He
15.
was the NBA's most clutch player last year. So
Yeah,
I
he
think they
was.
already respect
Yeah, he was. Oh
Yeah.
man, mama. And then my second, I'm a Suns fan, diehard Suns fan, man. I got to see what Bradley coming to the table with. Is he ready to go? Is Booker gonna be able to run the point? With them letting Payne go, is Jurkic gonna be able to stay healthy for 60 games? You know what I mean? So they got a lot of moving pieces over there, and then you got Frank Vogel. Can Vogel put the last ingredients in the gumbo pot and get us to at least to the Western Conference Finals? So them is the 2 things that I'm looking for, and they close to home. So yeah,
That's a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm looking for a lot of things. All right. Number one thing I'm looking at is the Orlando Magic. It's the number one thing I'm looking at. Can they make that move? Because I believe that they have enough talent to make that move to be a top 10 team in the East. That's what I think they got enough to be a top 8 team in the East, personally. But can they make that move to do it? Because they have enough talent and they have enough pieces. So that's the number one thing I'm looking at. I'm also with, Donovan. I want to see what OKC does as well. It's another team I feel as though can be a top 10 team or a top 8 team in the West. But another team in the West that I really think can make that jump as well is the Utah Jazz, who a lot of people got written off.
What?
I think the Utah Jazz will be in the playoffs some way, somehow. But I truly believe that.
Also, I want to see the Hawks. See, can this head coach really do something with this team?
Right.
I mean, I want to see what you all about now. You had the off season. So can you really put this team in get in the 4th seed, the 5th seed, somewhere like that?
We're gonna see. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. I didn't have the Hawks. Besides that, I wanted to see how Ime Doku, the coach of the Houston Rockets, I want to see how he stirs that together. I want to see what Detroit does with this young talent. Do they at least win 25 games? Is what I want to see. Are they out there?
Hell of a head coach over there in Detroit for sure.
I think they can.
Can Cade Cunningham play a full season? Do we finally get to see that backcourt of Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey?
Right.
All right, those are some things that I really want to see. I really want to know what's going to happen. My Philadelphia 76ers. This is I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what the situation is, and it seems like I say this shit every year.
Every year.
I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know what's gonna happen. But one thing I think we need to do, because it seemed to work for the Phillies when Trey Turner was struggling. So maybe we could try this with Tobias Harris with his struggle. Maybe we need to give him an appreciation day and give him a standing ovation. Because it worked for Trey Turner, and he played lights out after that. So maybe we just need to keep the shit going and do it for Tobias Harris. Sixers fans, let me know if that's what we should do.
Gotta put more goldfishes in the fucking locker room, bro. He's on the goldfish commercial.
What?
With Boban, whatever his name is.
I really think y'all need to trade that dude. Y'all had that dude, 5 years now, then?
Ain't no need to trade him. It's the last year on the deal.
Well, y'all need to get something for him right now, because the dude had not live up to that contract.
On the Orlando Magic, I don't know if you watched the Orlando Magic, but it's not just Paolo Banchero. They also got the 2 Wagner brothers going with Jalen Suggs and Markelle Fultz coming off the bench, which he plays better in Orlando. Let's get that part out of the way. I like what I'm seeing in Orlando. I believe that they have enough to make the playoffs.
They should.
Hey, I have a bold prediction to kind of counter that.
Okay.
Orlando Magic will finish last in the Eastern Conference.
They won't.
I have no trust in Orlando. I have no faith in them. Shout out to Blaze, by the way, but your team sucks. There's no nice way to put it.
I don't think they suck. I think they got enough.
Hey, like I said, no disrespect to Blaze, but your team is garbage. I have no faith in Orlando. No.
And I need to see this pool party, man. I think this. I really believe that Jordan Poole is about to get his James Harden on when he went to Houston. That's what I truly believe.
Nope.
I believe that Jordan Poole is about to get his James Harden on when he went to Houston. And I'm ready to see this pool party.
Who will help him though?
Kyle Kuzma with his cross-dressing ass.
Once again, who will help him?
Skirt wearing motherfucker.
Once again, who will help him?
Hey man, listen, y'all can hate on Orlando all y'all want to. I'm trying to tell you, Orlando is a crew to be reckoned with.
Once again, Dennis, who will help him in Washington? Now be honest.
Hey, he got Kyle Kuzma over there. But they don't have enough. I can see them. I don't see them coming in last. I see Poole putting enough up there to do. Yes, you do need to draft Poole in your fantasy league.
If it wasn't for Detroit, Charlotte, and Orlando, then yes, Washington would be last. But thankfully, Detroit is worse than them. Charlotte is worse than them, and Orlando is worse than them.
Charlotte is weird, man. Charlotte is very weird because you don't get enough playing out of LaMelo, and it seemed like the whole game goes through him.
Is Bridges back this year?
Who?
Bridges.
Yeah, Bridges back.
He back, but for how long though?
And they got what's the boy they drafted?
Brandon Miller.
Brandon, what's his name? What's his last name?
Yeah, Brandon Miller.
Oh, the boy out of Alabama that caught the little woo wop. Thing.
Case that ESPN lady.
Look at June.
Yeah, she did. She knew what she was doing with that bullshit too.
Yeah.
June don't believe in my Orlando. Paul don't believe in my Orlando talk.
Hey, what is Dennis? What is New York Knicks finally do something this year?
I'll leave that to June. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. I'll leave that to June. Only team in New York. Only team in New York. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. The Brooklyn Nets. All right. Defensively can be a killer for teams because they can switch 1 through 5 with all 5 players.
Yeah, you said defense
with Claxton, with Ben Simmons, Bridges,
Cam.
I'm missing somebody. I forgot. Spencer Dinwiddie.
But you said defense. What about the offense?
You got to get that. Well, we'll wait till your question.
Well, Bridges, you wouldn't think that Bridges was a 25+ point player when he was in Phoenix because it happens seldomly. But when he got shipped to Brooklyn, he was dropping 40s and shit though, big bro. If he's getting 35 minutes per night, which he should get this year, hey, he's an all-star player, bro.
But you said
I'm picking him in fantasy though. I am picking him in fantasy.
But you said
my goal is to get him and Jordan Poole. That's my goal.
You said if. What would you say about if over here, Dennis?
If your aunt had some nuts, she'd be on.
She be on. Hey, Paul, he did get the time over there. It's just that the ball didn't go through him that much. That's all that was. On everything, he didn't get a chance to show. And he's a defensive player. First team defensive player. On everything. Hey, this is nasty, dog.
Hey, shout out to you.
Was nominated for Defensive Player of the Year. And guess what? Bro. And guess what? And he's from Philly. And guess what? And the Sixers drafted him.
And guess what?
Trade day. And
trade day.
Okay, then.
Yeah. Then and his mama worked for the Sixers.
Dennis,
wow.
Y'all do some of the craziest shit in the front office. I never seen the shit that y'all do before.
You ain't never seen it. Shit, I'm here through this misery. All right. This is a relationship I broke up from at one point. I broke up from this relationship at one point.
So this relationship like that ex-girlfriend that trying to
she came back with that same old coochie, but this was different smile. Yeah.
Oh, so
this relationship right here with the Sixers, I broke up from the Sixers, man. I became a Knicks fan for a while, and I left the Knicks after that Dolan situation. When Dolan started doing that dumb shit, I left the Knicks. But I was a Knicks fan for a while. I said, "Fuck, I got to root for a team I can go to their game, and I can make it to Madison Square Garden."
You been in that motherfucker before, big bro?
I've been there a couple times.
It's really the Mecca up in that motherfucker, huh?
Yeah, but they got different stadiums in the joint.
Nah,
the boxing arena is in Madison Square Garden too.
It's separate from where they play hoop at, but it's in the same joint.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
And the train is underneath.
Get the fuck out of here.
When my first time, so you remember back in the day when the draft used to be in New York. It was at Madison Square Garden, but it was in a boxing arena the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I was there when Michael Vick got drafted, I was in the crowd. We had got tickets to the draft. We went to the draft. I was there when Michael Vick got drafted. I was there when Carson Palmer got drafted, and I was there when David Carr got drafted.
That's federal, bro.
No,
Houston
what?
Texans. Then you had the San Diego Chargers and the Falcons. That was a trade because the Chargers had the number 1 pick that year. They took LT.
And the second round they took Drew Brees. So it worked out right, but Drew Brees just wasn't playing that good, and people don't talk about Drew Brees in San Diego.
Wait a minute.
They always talk about Drew Brees with the Saints.
Wait a minute. He got injured in San Diego. How?
Yeah, that was after they drafted Phillip Rivers.
Right. But they don't talk about that shit. They just talk about Drew Brees with the Saints.
Exactly. That's what I always say. That's why when people be like, "Oh, Drew Brees is he's great. He this year." Hold up, dog. Drew Brees wasn't that good, dog.
Right.
I know Drew Brees, dog. Drew Brees was playing with one of the best running backs in the league. Drew Brees ain't that good, dog.
Yeah, but he got 50,000 passing yards though, big bro. Don't do that.
He got him now. He and if it wasn't, and here's the crazy thing, right? If it wasn't for Dante Culpepper picking Miami over the Saints, we don't know that. He'd have been in Miami with Nick Saban.
I think Miami didn't want him. They declined him.
No.
Because his shoulder didn't check out 100%. I think that's part of the story, bro.
Wait a minute. Yeah, you is right about that. But the question was going into that offseason where he was going to go and who believed in him.
I'm going to say this, though. I will say this. If John Lynch doesn't dislocate his shoulder, then maybe he doesn't go to New Orleans at all. So
right.
No, Dean said that they had already drafted Rivers, though. Rivers, he was already going to be his predecessor. But you got to remember, too, though.
Listen,
rest in peace of Marty Ball.
I don't think that he would have gone to New Orleans, considering he went on a lesser deal going to New Orleans. So
he was going to go on a lesser deal anyway. He was fighting for his position in San Diego.
He was on a lesser deal because he dislocated his shoulder. That's the reason why he got a lesser deal.
If he was healthy, he was going on a lesser deal because he was fighting for his job in San Diego. This is Drew Brees we're talking about. This is the Drew Brees. Nobody, if you haven't noticed, people don't talk about San Diego Drew Brees. How he was fucking struggling in San Diego. They talk about him with the New Orleans Saints. You can say mutedennis.com.
I mean, you're saying he was fighting for his job.
Drew Brees lovers,
$1 million deal. So I don't know.
For those Drew Brees lovers, I can't talk about Drew Brees. For those Drew Brees lovers, because now they're gonna say it wasn't Sean Payton, it was Drew Brees, since they seeing this bullshit in Denver.
But
what was the quarterback that beat Drew Brees in the playoffs for Chicago?
Rex Grossman.
Rex fucking Grossman.
Who it was?
So Drew Brees had his ups and downs. That's facts, but he got the numbers though for sure, bro.
I mean, they lost to the 79 Seahawks in 2010.
But once again,
7-9. That's the Marshawn Lynch run.
Who it was, Dennis? Was it Sean Payton or Drew Brees?
Oh, D-Man said it was Sean Payton.
It was Sean Payton. You sure about that, D-Man? Though you've been saying so.
D-Man said it was Sean Payton.
We have to remind ourselves that he is biased towards Sean Payton, though.
No, he don't like Sean Payton now.
He don't like Sean Payton.
That's what I just said.
He don't like Sean Payton now. So I gotta say his biasness is gone. He don't even pick the Saints on pick them. Shit.
Oh, what I'm saying is that he's biased towards Sean Payton. He does not like him. He does not like him at all. So.
But he said it's Sean Payton, though. I believe it's a combination. But it is what it is. Ron, you ready for your question?
Oh, yeah. Number one, if you could save one NFL head coach from getting fired, Bill Belichick or Mike Thomas or Matt LaFleur or John Harbaugh, who would it be in?
See, this is actually tougher than it should be.
No, not.
No, actually, it is. Like this first question is actually tougher than it should be. I'm gonna be honest. Because, see, on one hand, I don't think Mike Tomlin should get fired. I think that he is one of the most hated coaches for no reason. For what he has done in Pittsburgh.
I don't hate him. I just think that y'all. Okay.
Now, I will say Matt LaFleur, Green Bay, they're struggling a little bit, but I don't think it's his fault. John Harbaugh, he's been pretty average in Baltimore outside of the 2 years. He was great. So give me Mike Tomlin. If I have to save one, it's got to be Mike Tomlin. So.
All right. Dennis.
I'm saving Bill Belichick. Fuck that, man.
You saving Bill Belichick.
I'm saving Bill Belichick. Let Bill Belichick go ahead and have a losing season. Go ahead. You have a losing season. Get all the picks you need. Because I know you ain't spending no money on no players. That's not what you do. So you get all the picks you need. Make sure you get all the right picks. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the next season, come back as a different Bill Belichick with a different look at 72 years old. Start smiling a little bit.
No, I'm playing. On my mama.
Hey, I'm saving Mike T, bro. Mike T is the ultimate players coach. What's wrong with them is Canada. The old coordinator. He just as bland as there is, bro. You got Darnell Washington, aka the 6th offensive lineman, bro. You're gonna have to find a way to implicate him. Let's go ahead and get rid of Najee. Najee ain't it right now, but you got a George Pickens. You got Deontay coming back, bruh. You got the Moof there, bruh. You got fucking TJ Watt and the boy that was in Miami, the safety. I can't think of his name right now, bruh. You got Minka fucking Fitzpatrick, bruh. You got so much shit over there right now, though, bruh. It's gonna take Bill Belichick a whole lot than one draft to get back right, and he ain't been able to draft his whole motherfucking career in New England. Oh my mama! And then who he drafted?
He drafted a couple of good players. Why are you saying it like that? He get some late round steals, some Edelmans, some get some late round steals.
That's it. He got Richard Seymour. Richard Seymour up under his belt. He's a Hall of Famer.
Right.
Other than that, he inherited all them motherfucking players.
Okay. Richard Seymour. He drafted. You want to know who he drafted? That's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Well, he drafted Tom Brady.
Richard Seymour. Huh?
Tom Brady. No, he didn't draft Richard Seymour. Wasn't Richard Seymour already on the team?
Nah, Richard Seymour came a little later.
In 2002.
He came a little. I don't know if he was on the first Super Bowl team. He might have been there when they went back-to-back. I don't know if he was there when they beat the Rams, but when they played back-to-back against the Yo Boys and Carolina, I think Seymour was there, so that means he drafted him. Other than that, bruh, no. His draft record is terrible, bro. 100%.
He drafted Tom Brady?
He drafted Tom Brady, but he got
what about Brady? Why he can't? He was hoping Mac Jones was going to hit.
Time out. Well, let's see one thing at a time. What about Gronkowski? Which I think Aaron Hernandez was better.
He had a lot to do with it too. Okay, yeah. But see, he had Billy. He still hold on, no. He still had Bill O'Brien and the Raiders coach over there at the same time. He ain't had to do nothing with the offense. You see what happened last year. Hold on. You see what happened? Look, he brought in two former defensive side of the ball players to manage the offense.
Shit show.
Hey, Dennis,
what you saying? Hold on. What you saying is somewhat right, but Bill Belichick has been losing coordinators all his whole time in Pittsburgh. in the Patriots. It started off with Charlie Whitehorse. You remember Charlie Whitehorse?
Yeah, he was the Notre Dame coach.
He was the Notre Dame coach, right?
Yes,
and he lost the other old black guy, Romeo Crennel.
Yes, I know.
He's been losing coordinators his whole time.
They've never been able to do nothing. Why you think I let off my TAP by losing to one of your former coordinators? Because they ain't never been shit except for the boy in Tennessee. That's it. Don't none of them boys go. They leave when they fly away from the nest. They don't do nothing but come home because they get ran up where they went to.
Hey, here's only one thing I'm gonna say. Offensively, yeah, you've only had Brady, Edelman, and
whatever, man. You knew what I meant, Paul. Damn, I can't get everything right up here. Shit.
Defensively, he has drafted stud after stud after stud defensively. Vince Wilfork, he drafted him.
Anthony?
That's a good one.
Mayo, he drafted him. Jason McCoy, he drafted him.
I don't think he's going on.
He also drafted Asante Samuel. He drafted him as well. Like
Asante got beat by. Hey, Asante was getting cooked in the motherfucking Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck what you say. Fuck the regular season shit. He got cooked in the Super Bowl, bro.
Defensively. So defensively, he knows how to draft players. Defensively.
Hey.
Look,
well, that should have been his main. That should have been his main focus of the last 3 years after Brady, bro. He ain't done shit without him, bro. And his track record speaks that his GM skills is too much for him, bro. 100%. Besides,
all right,
Charlie White. My bad, Ryan.
Hold on, hold up. Everybody keep killing me in the comments. I call him Charlie Whitehorse. Look, goddammit, y'all knew who I was talking about. All right, fuck that. Coach Notre Dame. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all kiss my ass. I'm making mistakes up here. All right, you come up here every week and try to get this shit right. I make mistakes up here, goddamn.
My second question to that: do he draft another quarterback, or do he get a pass rush?
If you asking me, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm drafting defense. You live on defense. You down defense. I'm drafting defense.
On my mama. What is it? The Matt Jones ain't shit.
I ain't say keep Matt Jones. I just said draft defense. That's what I said.
On my mama. What do you do? A top 5 quarterback in the draft or a top 5 defensive player in the draft?
You got to go quarterback, big bro. You got to. 100%. Mac ain't the answer. You're not going to go get you you don't have no time to go get you a gap filler. A gap filler is not trying to get you back to the dance. You're going to get invited to the party, maybe as a 9 and a 10 and 17, a 9 and 18. Hopefully, depends on what the AFC is. But he's used to winning rings. Owner is used to winning rings. Man, the only thing that Belichick got holding on to himself is beating Don Shula's record in all-time wins in New England. Other than that, he's not going to smell no Super Bowl, bro. He need to go somewhere else.
All right.
Hey, look, Ron, to answer that question, I truly believe that he's actually going to go offensive line. Because that offensive line is trash. With the New England Patriots, the offensive line is terrible. But here's what I'm going to say. If I'm Bill Belichick, I expect him to either go after a aging quarterback, bringing in a veteran quarterback. They did that the last couple of times.
Like Kirk Cousins.
Or he will do a Jimmy Garoppolo, and he will draft on day 2 a quarterback because he's been doing that a lot.
Honestly, I can see him going to get Kirk Cousins and getting a Bo Nix in the second round.
Hey, can I take like 5 seconds to answer this real quick?
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right, Billy Joe. If you want me to respond to you, here's what I'm going to say. Go back and listen to my show. I had the Ravens finishing in 3rd place, not 4th. 3rd in the AFC North, and I had them going 9 and 8. I know you had him picking 17 and 0. I know he had that. 17 and 0 is your team. I get it. But I had the Ravens going 9 and 8. So don't make it act like I'm being disrespectful.
Thank
I
you.
wasn't.
Thank you, Rich.
9 and 8.
Okay.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Rich. The chances of you hitting with a great QB is like, thank you, Rich. That's why I say go defense, because you living down defense, and now the first time in your head coaching career, you got a top 5 pick in the draft. Now you get to get the top guy. You finally get to get the top guy. Let's see what he does with the top guy. We've never seen it.
Wait a minute. You said he finally got a top 5 draft, right? Pick, right? You said
Never had one since 1992. Yes.
All right.
You can't trade for a great quarterback because great quarterbacks aren't on the market.
I ain't say
local.
trade.
The boy in the comments.
Oh,
I would trade for. You can't
Oh, you
trade
want
for
my
no
shit?
great quarterback.
I say go get Kirk
No,
Cousins.
I know
Kirk
that.
Cousins on
But
his
what you
last year.
is you thinking that he gonna go draft a LT like he had in New York?
I don't think he getting an LT. I don't think he getting an LT. He might get a Sean Marion. All right. I don't think he might get a Sean Marion.
Lights
He might get a
out.
Sean Marion. Just let you know. I don't think it's LT. He might get a Sean Marion. All right. That ain't what I'm saying. All I'm saying is build your defense to being a destructible force for you to win this division. And with you having a Kirk Cousins back there, that's a guy that will go out there and win you. Well, that's a guy that will go out there and will light up your offense, and your defense can win the rest of the game.
But
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, Dennis, you bring up a good point. Name 3 wide receivers on that offense.
Right now, they got Juju.
Kendrick Bourne.
I don't like
That's
Juju.
it.
They got Kendrick Bourne,
That's
which
it.
I like Kendrick Bourne, and then you just go get you another wide receiver.
Devontae Parker, isn't he still there?
But
Yeah, he's washed.
I don't like the way he is.
Right, that's
my
point. That's my point right there. The way you just said, "Oh, I don't like the way he is." They don't got no top wide receiver will take.
Ryan,
But whose fault is that,
Ryan,
though, bro?
Hold on. Tell him, Ryan. They won 6 Super Bowls.
Winning
Time out. On winning Super Bowls, who was their top wide receiver? What top wide receiver you
Troy
see?
Brown.
Troy Brown, Deion Branch,
David
okay.
Gibbons.
Julian Edelman.
Y'all talking to me about these Patriots. I lost to these motherfuckers in the Super Bowl. I know these pussies. All right?
Wait a minute.
Y'all bringing back bad memories. I know these pussies.
Okay, I finna say this then. Why don't you trade AB over there then, Dennis?
AB. And why we got to trade AB? Why we got to go?
Oh, you getting crazy now, huh?
That don't make sense.
Wait a minute. Why don't you trade AB to them and get
and we get?
a corner? Get that corner.
I don't want that corner.
You don't want Christian Gonzalez.
No. I don't want nothing on their team, personally. I like the way we do our thing through the draft.
All right. My next question.
That was a good segment.
Name one NFL player your NFL team need to trade for by the trade deadline in.
I love how you came to me as a 1-5 Chicago Bears, because we definitely need to get somebody trade deadline. Now, Justin Fields dislocating his thumb, it makes sense to go after a backup quarterback. However, they have a rookie quarterback in Tyson Bagent, who came from a Division III school, Shepherd, so they're going to use him for a while. What I think we should do is call up the Tennessee Titans. And what we should do is go and get a king to be in Chicago.
Not a king.
We need a king at running back. And more importantly, we need somebody that came from Alabama and is someone who has been a beast for 5 years in a row.
When Bama boys is different, ain't they?
So, Ron, I'm saying to you right here, right now, the Chicago Bears should call up Tennessee and say, hey, what do you want for Derrick Henry?
Anthony got my answer. Anthony, good shit, bro.
Dennis.
Yeah. The Eagles. What do we need?
Oh, Trace McSorley. That's who the Bears got with Trace McSorley.
No, I don't think we need to trade for anything.
Y'all don't need nothing.
Nah, our shit is mental.
Okay. On my mama.
What's my boy name? I just said his name. Anthony White said Danielle Hunter to the Falcons. Send Danielle to the Niners, man.
No, y'all not
like,
getting.
They didn't want to pay him or nothing. He the league sack leader right now.
Defensive lineman y'all need. Shit.
Hey, bruh. Hey, more pass rush, the better. And we're gonna talk about a little bit about defense later on in the show. You got to have your pass rush makes up for your bad secondary play. We don't got shut down secondary play. We need to get to that quarterback 100%, bro, from all angles. I love to have Danielle Hunter right now.
No, y'all not getting all that good shit now.
Fuck, I don't know what Randy Gregory got left in the gas, and they just got him for a 6th-round pick. Hey, we need Danielle, bro.
Damn.
Hey, to answer BJ's question, how are we going to get Derrick Henry? Well, there's this thing called draft picks. I don't know if you know what this is. They're called draft picks, and you trade them to get a player. And why would we get him when it's the end of his career? Hey, BJ, it's what the Bears do. We love bringing in players who are past their prime and have a little bit left in the tank. That's what we've done for the last decade. So,
honestly, to get him for a 3rd-round pick, and y'all still got them two pick, you know, y'all got
That
2
be
first.
a steal.
Man,
That be a steal.
yeah.
it's like a fat rat at the cheese factory.
Like my boy said, Anthony White said, Atlanta.
He must be a Falcons fan.
Of course.
Oh, that's your people. Okay.
We need to get the pass rusher from Minnesota or Maxx Crosby. I've been saying Maxx Crosby a top 5 pass rusher in the NFL.
I agree.
So either one of those, I'd be happy. I mean, we did just get 5 sacks on Washington, but Stevie Wonder.
Dupree.
Go ahead and ask the question. Go ahead and ask the question, sir. He calls you Billy Joe. He doesn't call you BJ, if you notice that. All right.
Yeah, Max just signed a $100 million deal last year. They ain't letting his ass go.
Hey.
I mean, he's really the only player the Raiders got, so they're not going to let him go. But he's really the only all-pro they got.
Hey, I just saying, if I just have it my way, hey.
Yeah. However, if the Raiders want to trade another pass rusher who's a generational talent to the Bears, I'll happily take him. I mean, if you want to trade him back to Chicago, I mean, I'm just saying.
They traded you one already in Khalil Mack.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. If you want to give us another generational talent, I mean, you did with Khalil Mack. How about you bring him over to Chicago, too? I'll take him.
My next question. Do you think Ben Simmons ready to take that next step, becoming a superstar in the NBA? Talk to me.
I'm going to put this very nicely. Ben Simmons is never going to be a superstar in the NBA. He'll be a star at best, but he's never going to be a superstar. So regardless of what next step you want to do, maybe he develops a shot, maybe he knows actually how to play more than 60 games a year. When it comes to Ben Simmons, he's not a superstar. He's never going to be that guy.
Dennis.
I'm going to say this because I kind of like what's said. And I said if he actually gets back to the Ben Simmons that he was in Philly before all the stuff went down.
Yeah.
Or Doc hurt his feelings.
Yeah, the Brooklyn Nets would be a force to be reckoned with. And then I'm keeping it real. Brooklyn Nets would be a force to be reckoned with if he gets back to that. I mean, just playing defense and running down court and dunking on people and passing the ball and everything. He gets back to that, he's a force. They're a force to be reckoned with.
But
I don't think he'll be a superstar. I think I'm with Ian. I think he'll always be a star.
You think
he'll always be Robin. He'll always be Robin.
No, he will never be Batman.
He'll never be Batman.
There's
a possibility I could be wrong, but I don't see him being Batman.
Hey, shout out to Agent 87, a.k.a. Steve Smith. He calls him JAG, just another guy. That's what he was talking about, Jerry Jeudy. That's what Ben Simmons will always be, just another guy, bro. He's not taking the next step,
jag.
bro.
Oh, he's a
jag. 100%.
Okay.
He can't. He got to be on the court by himself. Still mission, man. Hey, Ben is washed.
Hold up, Paul. He wasn't a super bust, Paul. He was on the all defensive team. He was an all-star. Listen, and I
feel like the word bust is kind of being overused now.
Right, like y'all just don't bust out there for anything. Like, yo, you really have to evaluate talent. Wasn't a bust, man. He did what he needed to do
But
for the Sixers.
the
But now, when it came to him being clutch, his clutch gene is a bust. I'll give you that. His free throw shooting is a bust. I'll give you that. Those are busts, but I don't think he's a bust.
But the problem is, Dennis, to become, because let's be honest, the NBA network put superstar on this man's name while he was in college and high school. They call him the next LeBron James.
Yeah, he
They
was
said it.
at that time. At that time, he was doing that.
Okay.
Until hold on. Until people stop letting him go full court and minimize his game to a half court basketball game. Once you minimize his game to a half court basketball game, he has no jump shot. He refuses to shoot, and he always passes the ball. He can't shoot free throws. He didn't improve his free throw shoot. So then that's when he started to get exposed. Not that he's a bum. He's not a bum because it ain't like he's a fucking Kwame Brown out there, which some people still love. I ain't gonna point no fingers and say no names. Okay? And it ain't like he's a fucking Greg Oak. This dude was out here actually doing shit. Now I'm only mad at him because,
big bro.
What?
I'm only mad at Ben
Simmons. You
Simmons.
got to at least get 15, 10, and 10 at what you do.
He was getting 12. He was getting 12 and 10.
But
he was getting 12 and 10.
Dennis, this is my whole point. The reach to the next level. Deliver to what they put on him. They call him the next LeBron James.
They called him the next LeBron James because of his regular season basketball. But I'm trying to tell you, when it came to playoff basketball.
Hey, if we're gonna be real though, Ron, for like a 7-year stretch, every number 1 overall pick was the next LeBron.
No, that wasn't.
We're gonna be real.
No, that wasn't.
Like there was like a 7-year stretch where every first round overall pick, like, oh, could he be the next LeBron? Like, come on.
Some people just got it, and some people don't. And BJ,
sometimes y'all gotta really sit there and look at basketball. BJ want to ask a question about football. He don't give a damn about no basketball.
Yeah, I don't fuck about basketball. So this shit just came across the desk and said that Caleb Williams wants partial ownership in whatever team draft him. Right now, that shit far fetched like a motherfucker, right?
It's not far fetched.
No, fuck that. That's the bullshit. We are in a new day and age when people start doing things differently and shit.
All right, answer your question.
And Caleb Williams is projected to be a fucking monster on the field. He's projected to be a beast. You know what I mean? He didn't show it, shit like that. But is there something? Do you think teams will be willing to do that type of shit?
No.
Like coming in the door, you a rookie and you want part ownership of the team. Who the fuck are you?
I let him get some stock into the team.
Yeah, I let him get 0.5%.
I don't think he said that. He said all that crazy shit. I think his father out here.
I don't think nobody said. I need to see somebody on video saying this stuff. I'm tired of this. Oh, did you hear what he said? And there was something written.
Right.
If I don't see all these fucking video cameras and FaceTime and shit we doing, I need to see the video. If I don't see the video, I don't believe it.
Where's the video at?
That's how I feel on it.
Because the way he plays Saturday, he don't need to be saying nothing. I'm sorry.
That's one.
I don't think he's doing that like that.
But every time you lose in college, your go down.
Nah, his stock ain't going away. He's still gonna be the first pick.
You sure about that? Wait a minute. My boy Jay Cook.
Yeah, I still think he's gonna be the first pick.
See,
we just had the same conversation last year about Bryce Young and CJ Stroud.
We did.
Same conversation. And I told y'all Bryce Young was
going
to go
first overall, but that's the point.
We don't know that yet. There's only been 6 games.
My next question.
I'll wait a couple
CJ
years.
should have got first overall. I said that when he got drafted.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna keep saying I'll wait a couple years because if you'd asked me 4 years ago, I'd have told you straight up Carson Wentz should have went number 1 and Jared Goff should have went in the 4th round.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
If it wasn't for politics, Jared Goff wouldn't have gone first overall.
They got the same agent. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck was politics.
The politics was he was from Cal, and the St. Louis Rams were moving to LA. That was the politics. They had to draft a guy from Cal because
then
he
they
was
shipped
moving
his
to
ass
LA.
up.
Draft if it. What? I can't see the rest of that.
He said he ain't going to be drafted if it's some scrub team. He done sold.
He already
done
has a
sold
list
it.
of like 6 teams he'll go to. So yeah, he kind of already shot
I
himself.
if I haven't heard him say it, I don't believe it.
When you making like $3 million on your NIL and you still got eligibility left, you damn near picking where you want to play.
But
him and Shador,
and ironically, all of the teams on his list are big market teams. Like he wants to go to New York, or he wants to go to Dallas, or he wants to go to Las Vegas.
You damn near get to pick where you want to play at.
Yeah.
But once again, is he worth that? The top number one. We got.
I would say yeah. I would say yeah, bro. USC defense is trash, anyways.
I mean,
you see what Colorado did when they played them. They scored damn near like 30 unanswered points and lost only by 8. You know what I mean?
I know that. Yeah. I know, but what I'm saying, the way he played last week, he don't look like that number one. You got to look like you that number one every week, though.
Hey, Ron, I'm gonna put this on paper, and I've said this for the last 2 weeks. I'll say it again. If in a perfect world, the Bears get the number 1 and number 2 picks, I'm fixing the offensive line, and I'm getting the face of the defense. Regardless of who that is, I'm getting the face of the defense, and I'm getting a blind side. I'm getting a left tackle. That is what I'm getting in Chicago.
All right.
So hold on. The number 1 pick is projected to be Caleb, right?
Right.
Number 2 pick is projected to be Marvin Harrison. You gonna let both of them walk?
Well,
when it comes to the Bears, Marvin Harrison Jr., I would love. Absolutely. I would take Marvin Harrison in a heartbeat. But with Caleb Williams,
you take
I don't
both
know if he's worth a number 1 overall pick.
Listen, you draft him and trade him to hey, Dennis. Tell him, Dennis, there's one born every fucking day, right?
Suck him on everything.
You better trade his ass, and whoever put the biggest stack of paper on your fucking desk, that's, hey, my guy, we got a deal.
I mean, if you really want to break it down.
That's what they just did for Carolina to get Bryce.
If you really want to break it down, what I think they would do is if somebody does want to draft Caleb Williams or they want to draft Marvin Harrison Jr., we'll trade back in the draft. But you got to give us a bunch of picks back.
Nah, fuck that. We're going to draft him.
If you want to get those guys, we're going to trade back, but you got to have a lot of picks in return. That's what I would do.
All right, my next question. Where do you rank Maxx Crosby in pass rusher in the NFL right now?
It really depends on Micah Parsons. Does he count on this?
Yeah, he count on there.
Yeah, Crosby is number 4. In my opinion,
what?
He's number 4.
Number 4?
Because you got Parsons, you got Bosa, you got Garrett, and then I put Crosby right behind him.
No, I got TJ above him. I got TJ, and I like Aiden over Max. Aiden Hutchinson is going to be a better player than Maxx Crosby.
To me, it feels like it's too early to crown Aiden Hutchinson, though.
I'm not crowning him as nothing. I'm just saying that he's going to be a better player than Maxx Crosby.
Look, TJ, I have at 5. If you wanted to ask who my number 5 was. So I have, once again, Parsons, Bosa, Garrett, Crosby, Watt.
Wow. Dennis.
I got him. I want to say I got him. Yeah, he might be like 6 or 7.
The young bull down in Jacksonville, he nasty too, bro. The other Josh Allen.
You talking about Josh Allen?
talking about that Josh Allen.
Yeah, he's nasty too, bro.
Josh Allen and Maxx Crosby came up the same year.
And Bosa.
Maxx Crosby nasty though. He been Maxx Crosby nasty, boy.
Oh, he is. He is. I mean, come on.
If Maxx Crosby was on another team, Ain't no stopping Max Crosby. If he had somebody beside him that would help him out on the right side or their left side.
Well, they drafted somebody. They drafted Tyree. I can't think of his last name, but he ain't been on the field yet. So they drafted somebody to put with him. You know what I mean? But and they had Chandler. Chandler came on at the end of the year last year, but Chandler then went yay like his brother. You know what I mean?
He hasn't had a mental episode.
John D. Gray, what's up, dog? What's up?
Javi.
What's up, brother?
What's up, my boy? Javi, no, he just did not want to get out.
Ron, he had a mental breakdown. I mean, it's kind of black and white here. He had a mental episode,
But they just gave him like $50 million last year, the year before last. You know what I mean? So they did have his plans in his.
Hey, CTE is a messed up thing. That's all I'm saying.
Who y'all talking about?
Chandler. What's
hey,
up?
CTE.
In the words of Mace, Murder Mace, that be in the show with Cameron
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I gotta say, like Mace said, that nigga crazy. They had me crazy. He was like, that nigga crazy.
You wilding right now, B. You wilding.
That nigga crazy. No fucking way.
I know, man. Y'all tonight, man.
Fuck, bro. But I like Max though. This ain't no Max slander. He probably is a top 5. He might be a 5A or a 5B. I just like what I see out of Aiden, bro. Okay. I love what I see out of Aiden, bro.
Hey, I got respect for Aiden. He's got talent. I think he's top 10 right now. He'll potentially be top 5, but I got him top 10.
So everybody in the comments, where do y'all rank Max Crosby right now?
Hey, John, I'm not big mad. We lost the game. Y'all act like we we lost the Super Bowl last year. That was big mad.
That's my other boy.
I ain't mad we lost to the Jets. John, what is your team? You can put your team in the comments though.
The Shreks.
My next question: should Minnesota Vikings consider trading Justin Jefferson right now?
No.
Well, you can't trade him right now because he's currently injured.
Okay.
So the question you should be asking is, after he's cleared from his injury, should the Vikings trade him this offseason? The answer is yes. Minnesota Vikings should do what they do with Randy Moss all those years ago.
Thank you.
Not sell high. Don't sell low. Do not sell low. Sell high.
Thank you.
If I'm the Minnesota Vikings, I'm trading Justin Jefferson. I want a Tyreek Hill package. I want Tyreek Hill. I want Devontae Adams. I'm trading Justin Jefferson. You better give me some
time out. John, ain't no grown-ass man got 2 teams, though. I'm just here to let you know. Ain't no grown. You're going to have to pick one, good brother. Ain't no grown-ass man got 2 teams.
Time out.
He got an NFC and an AFC team, bro. Leave him alone.
Hey, Dennis, time out.
No.
Hey, Dennis, time out, because, yes, there is. There are plenty of adults I've met who have 2 teams. So, no.
Yeah, and those are not people that
if you have 2
you don't
teams,
listen to their football lounge.
Hey, Dennis, what's the old saying? If you got 2 quarterbacks, you got none. So if you got 2 teams, you got none.
Dennis, what do you think about Minnesota?
It's the game.
I don't think you trade Justin Jefferson.
Why not?
You look to build around Justin Jefferson. You done gave away everything. You trade Justin Jefferson, you just fire the whole team.
Vikings are already starting a rebuild, so why not?
Me?
If they're starting a rebuild, bro, talk Kirk Cousins in to trade him before the deadline, big bro. And you make sure you get into this Drake May, the boy that y'all just said, the other quarterback, Williams. I can't think of his name, or Caleb Williams. No, the boy from Georgia.
Michael
Penix. I forgot who y'all was talking about earlier in the show.
Michael
Penix, yes. He out doing freestyles before the game and shit like that. Like he want to go battle rap in the URL and shit. But yeah, though, you talk Kirk Cousins. I only got 1 win on the season, big dog.
2.
You don't trade Justin Jefferson. You sit him for the rest of the year. Get motherfucking Buzzos up out of there, and you in the running for one of these top quarterbacks. What are you doing?
But
You don't.
okay,
So if that's the case, so let me just say this on a business standpoint. So you trade Justin Jefferson, you got to get a new coach. You need to you gotta build the team up from scratch, and you putting all your chips on a quarterback at this moment.
But can I speak now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's be honest. Minnesota will never go to no damn Super Bowl. Let's be honest. It's gonna be the same thing about the Randy Moss situation.
It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same as Randy Moss. The Randy Moss situation. Randy Moss had a whole lot of off the field situations.
Wait a minute. No, I talk about that play there to get stats. They ain't never go to no Super Bowl.
Hold up, Ryan. They went to two NFC championship games under Randy Moss with two different quarterbacks. What Vikings team was you talking about? Do you know y'all beat them?
Shout out to Randall Cunningham.
I know that.
Okay, do you know a couple years later that they went right back and lost to the Giants? That wasn't no. Do you know a couple years after that they played the Eagles in the divisional round? The motherfucking Vikings was a wreck in the fucking wreck with, dog. Y'all gotta remember these motherfucking Vikings. Even though we beat them all the time, these motherfucking Vikings was good. I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna get even crazier. When the Eagles went to the Super Bowl the last time, we played the Vikings in the NFC Championship game. They went with a third-string quarterback, to the NFC Championship game. They had the number 28 pick in the next year's draft. Guess who was sitting there at 28?
Who?
Lamar Jackson.
And what happened?
They went and got Kirk Cousins in the offseason.
Okay, then.
And destroyed the whole fucking team through those years. And kept Kirk Cousins. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not doing all that. Fuck that. I'm not doing it.
You got so much faith in Minnesota. Okay.
I'm not doing all that. I got two good wide receivers right now. I got him and I got Jordan Addison. I got two good wide receivers right now. And I might got the bull Kelly Osborne if he shows up or whatever. I got TJ Hawkinson over there at tight end. He's playing like a top 5 tight end right now. All right. Okay. My offensive line needs some work, and I need me a fucking running back. That's what I need me a fucking running back.
And you need some defensive help.
I need a lot of defensive help, but I need me a running back right now. I'm not looking to win the Super Bowl this year or next year. But that year I got, this shit is mine. This shit is mine.
What I'm saying then is you did trade him to get 4 picks.
So you thinking the Herschel Walker trade?
Ain't nobody giving you no 4 picks for him. They gotta give you 4 picks and I gotta pay him $150. I'm not doing all that shit.
Wait a minute. Ain't you the one that said such a boy every day?
I'm not giving you no 4 picks. You can suck a fat baby's balls. I ain't giving you no 4 picks. Not for no fucking wide receiver.
Ain't they a top 5 wide receiver?
If I'm the Bears, I'll give you the number 1 pick overall. I'll give you number 1 pick overall.
All right, stop.
Hold on. I'm just letting you know. I'll give you number 1 pick overall. That number 1 pick worth more than 4. I'll give you number 1 pick overall, and I want Justin Jefferson.
Hey, stop. No. I would take Marvin Harrison Jr. before I would trade a first overall pick for Justin Jefferson.
No. I can't agree with that.
Hey, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Jettis is proven.
Have more upside.
Jettis is proven, bro.
What do you think? You think they should trade him or what?
No, I can't agree with you on trading Justin Jefferson right now, big bro. Like I said, it's already a total rebuild because you're 1-5. So the coaching staff is gone, Kirk Cousins is gone, contract done. So trade him. That's where you get you an extra pick at right now to go ahead and add to what you got. And then you just start to rebuild over. Like Dennis said, you got Addison and Jettis. All you're missing right now on offense is a running back and a quarterback, bro. You can go ahead and get them in that draft. Now, Jettis is going to have to get paid because he gets paid before Jamar Chase. So he's going to reset the market right now. So the team that's trading for him are going to have to give up maybe like you said, 3 to 4 picks and a contract. And that contract, Den said 150. That 150 might be only over 3 years, 4 years. Let's do the math. Top receivers is getting 30 million. Devontae getting 27, bro. Tyreek Hill getting 30.
He gonna get like 32, 33.
That's gonna fuck up your cap.
I think that's gonna be over like 4 years. So, but the Bears ain't paying nobody. So
Tua's not getting paid right now. That's why they was able to go do that Tyreek Hill trade.
Hey,
why you think Kansas City let him go?
Can I mention something real quick? Why does Dennis keep mentioning the Bears? Like, why would we go out and trade?
Because of that number 1 pick.
Why would Justin Jefferson? Why would
listen, okay, I won't say the Bears. I got one even better. I won't say the Bears. I won't say you're right, not the Bears. The Houston Texans. They ain't paying no fucking money.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
How about
they ain't paying nobody?
How about the Patriots?
No.
You don't think
Houston,
so?
Houston Tech, but see, Houston ain't got no number 1 pick, so Houston can't do it. So
they have a first-round pick. They do. They have a first-round pick.
No, they don't.
They have a first-round pick via Cleveland. Yes, they do.
Houston got a first-round pick this year?
Cleveland.
Yeah, thanks to Cleveland being an idiot. So
what did they do?
Thanks to Cleveland being an idiot and trading all those picks for Deshaun Watson. Yes.
Oh, so they had 2 first rounds, but then they sold one for.
You got to remember the Laramie Tunsil too. They got 2 first rounds for
Laramie Tunsil too.
Who the fuck up? I thought they got rid of all of their picks.
No, they got a first-round pick next year.
So you trade.
Fuck that! I'll send you that first-round pick then for what you got to cheat. I just made my fucking team for Houston.
Thank you.
Yeah, but if I'm the Vikings, I wouldn't do it. But if Houston, I could trade him, give you that first-round pick, trade him, and I can still pay him.
Yeah, but Houston is not too far out of the division right now behind Jacksonville, bro. Houston is steadily racking up wins, so they might not have an early first-round pick.
They get a wide receiver like that to go with C.J. Stroud.
Oh man, bro, 100%.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
now look,
and that pick that they got depends on how Cleveland plays, not how they play.
So once again,
so if Cleveland sucks, that pick gets better and better.
My next question: do you think some NFL team undervalue some NFL players for a reason? Dennis.
I think some NFL teams undervalue some players.
Yep.
Yeah, most definitely. It's mainly, I'm not gonna say mainly. From what I see, is because they don't fit the style or the system, or that maybe they got a bad rep, so coaches really don't, bang with them. Because a lot of coaches is like in cahoots. I was offensive coordinator here, ball boy over there. I know such and such over here and over there. So if you ain't work out over there, then you damn sure can work out over here. But I'm gonna take the trade anyway, just cause. And now you sit on the bench. Yeah. Some coaches evaluate work ethic, man. If you ain't out there trying to be a dog, then they ain't gonna let you play. But I'm gonna let the rest of the guys talk on that. It all depends.
Yeah.
I don't think they undervalue players, more undervaluing teams. There are certain teams that when they go into a win matchup, they're already focused on the next week. They're already focused on what's going to happen next. Instead of focusing on that week, they're focusing on week 7. I'll give you a prime example. This happened in the playoffs a couple of years ago. The Pittsburgh Steelers are taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Pittsburgh was talking shit all week about New England. Oh, we're going to beat Jacksonville. We're going to go to New England. Oh, we already got our bags packed. We're going to go see New England. What happened in that game, Ron? What happened? Jacksonville popped him in the mouth, beat Pittsburgh, and moved on to the championship game. Because Pittsburgh was so focused on beating Brady and so focused on beating New England that they undervalue Jacksonville. So to answer your question, Ron, I don't think they undervalue players. More, they undervalue certain teams. Because they're so worried on the next matchup.
On my mom. What
You said, do the NFL undervalue certain players?
Let me say it one more time. Let me read it one more time. Do you think some NFL teams undervalue some NFL players for a reason?
Hell yeah, they really do. Because it's a business.
What?
When contract negotiations come up and it's time to go to the table and negotiate this shit, the running back position. Only positions that really get paid, bro. The big money is going to be the quarterbacks, the left tackles, and the fucking defensive ends. You only got a few wide receivers that's making $30 million. Fred Warner only making like 50 in 3 years. You know what I mean? So, and he probably one of the top 5 best inside linebackers in the game right now. And 50 million in 3 years, that ain't shit because it ain't guaranteed. So hell yeah, that they undervalue certain players, technically certain positions for a purpose or on purpose.
But he is what, a top 5 left tackle in the game.
Who is?
I mean, your Trent.
Oh yeah, and he's very compensated at being, like I said, left tackle, a defensive end, and a quarterback is the only ones that get the big dough, bro.
Right.
Other than that, ain't nobody getting no. And then, like I said, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Jettis is gonna do it. Chase is gonna do it, but it ain't too many other wide receivers that's getting 25 million plus per season. It's only a handful, just like at certain positions. And then, like, you got your running backs.
Right.
They ain't getting no money. An outside linebacker, you know, a TJ Watt, a Myles Garrett, even though we call them pass rushers, but they outside linebackers because they play in the 3-4. You know what I mean? They going to get some dough, but it's only a handful. And like I said, it's going to be the person that protects, rushes, and throws the ball. Everybody else is expendable, bro. We're going to go find him in the 4th, 5th, 6th round.
Okay. My next
I like
question,
it. I like it. I like it.
My next question. Do you think it is hard to win back-to-back Super Bowls or World Series? Yeah.
Well, considering that back-to-back World Series hasn't been done since the Yankees did it from like 98 to 2000, and Super Bowls have been done recently with the Patriots. They did it more recently than the Yankees did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it's
Only
way
by
harder
5
to win a
years.
World Series just because of the fact that you have 162 games in the regular season. Then you have to go and play in a stupid wild card format that makes no sense. Then you play in a divisional series where all the odds are stacked against you. And then you have to go play in an NLCS where you have to play more games and then got to play in a World Series. There is more stacked against you winning not just 1, but 2 World Series titles back to back. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you spend $300 million, $400 million, $500 million in payroll. It doesn't matter. You still have to go out on the field and earn it. See, the Super Bowl, I understand the physicality of it. I understand there's all these injuries and stuff like that. But if you build a good enough roster in the NFL, if you sign your young guys long term and you have all those guys when they're young, you have a better chance of going back to back. Whereas in the World Series, you have a 26-man roster. And all 26 of those guys have to have a certain role in that roster. They have a certain job to do. So, to answer the question, Ron, the World Series is way harder to go back to back, considering all the moving parts that have on MLB roster.
On my mama, what do you think?
He said 26 moving parts. Well, I'm gonna double that I'm gonna double that to 52. Then I'm gonna tell you not only the injuries, but one and done when you get to the postseason. Ooh. Either you win or you go home, and ain't no series.
What?
So it's harder to win back to back. And you said since the Yankees in 98 and 99 or whatever the fuck that was, the Patriots was 03-04, and we got somebody that can test to it right now.
Yes, I can.
He was one of them teams that got whooped back to back.
Yes, I was. And we was and the Phillies, my fighting Phils, we almost won back to back, but we lost to the Yankees that second year. So but hey, they got us back to back then. But when they tried to go back to back after they beat the Falcons, we cracked that ass. Yeah, we got them back.
Hey, you got your get back.
I had to get my get back. The big payback.
Boom, boom, boom.
So,
the big payback.
Which one is it, Dennis? Is it the World Series or Super Bowl?
Sheesh.
Answer the question. Is it hard to go back to back to the Super Bowl?
I'm gonna say.
Come on now.
I'm gonna say it might be the World Series.
So you think it's easy to go back to back in the NFL?
Well, the NFL, we've seen it done. We've seen it done a lot in the NFL. The Cowboys are, a back-to-back team. To go back-to-back to the Super Bowl and win it. The Patriots. Who else went back-to-back?
That's 2 in 20 years. That's 2 teams that done it in 20 years.
That's 2 actually. That's 2 in 30 years, honestly.
The 49ers did it. Did it?
That was in the 80s.
Right.
That was in the 80s.
Come on now. The
Steelers.
The Steelers. The Steelers.
That was the 70s. That was the 70s. That was the 70s.
So that's 3 and.
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to think of who else in baseball went back to back.
The Chiefs ain't never done it, John.
Oh, is there?
That's why it's harder, because if you would think Mahomes.
No, I'm trying to think about baseball. I was trying to.
Well, see, Dennis, before the 1960s, it was common in baseball, considering they had like a lack of teams. They had less teams back in the 50s and 60s. But since the modern era of baseball, outside of the Yankees, you pretty much haven't had a dynasty who's won back to back to back. The Yankees pretty much the only team that's done it. So
did the Tampa Bay Rays go back to back?
No, they didn't. They never won a World Series by
I don't even think
Tampa
they
Bay
won a World
never
Series.
won a World Series.
That was the
They
always there. They always there in the
AL
East.
They never won a World Series, actually.
Facts.
Tampa Bay has never won.
And he let it off about being with the payroll, and they got one of the smallest payrolls in baseball in totality. They don't pay nobody.
See, that's why Tampa Bay could make it, but they never won it. They made it in 08, lost to the Phillies. Made it in 2020, lost to the Dodgers. So
yeah, we almost did it, but we lost to the Yankees. Because they believe.
I agree. The World Series is harder.
The World Series. Okay.
It is. Baseball is just a harder sport. I don't care what anybody says. It's harder to hit a baseball than.
A damn sure is what it is baseball.
Yeah, you're right about that. When that motherfucker coming down your plate at 110 miles per hour, boy, that hand-eye coordination better be on.
I was about to say that's some hand-eye coordination.
Barry Bonds right there.
You gotta be on your.
That's why I like when the Bulls say. I like when the Bulls say that on what's that Major League, which one of my favorite baseball movies said, "I got your timing now, but you ain't got enough hair on your ass to throw me another one."
Mm-hmm.
That was so funny.
Shout out to my boy Joe Boo. Better not bring Joe Boo's what was in Joe Boo's in his shot glass. That shit.
That was I don't know. I think that was Yak.
That was that Yak.
My next question. How much do you trust Dan Quinn to fix Dallas Cowboys defense since your shutdown corner out for the season and the defense cannot stop the run? Yeah.
Oh, start with Sharon. Sharon ain't there.
Hey, Sharon's here. Start with her. Come on
week 9. It's gonna take him at least week 9 to figure out what he doing. Week 9 or 10. I'm telling you.
Hey, Sharon, you know what? I'm gonna have to agree with you because they stopped even showing him on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, did you notice that too?
Right. I was looking for him during the San Fran game. What's Dan Quinn and all this? All this shit he was doing. All that. What the fuck is he at now? They ain't even show him last. They ain't even show him last night. They showed the Chinese girl. I'm like, what the hell?
Hey, they said she was a plant, big bro. They said she was an NFL player.
Oh my
I'm
God.
just saying, he was doing all that shit, all that top defense shit. They don't talk. No, Cowboy fans don't talk no top defense no more. But you know what? It's week 6. It's week 7.
Where that defense was before he got injured. That was
before he got injured, they were top defense.
4 or
they were
7.
number 2. They were number 2.
They were
right.
2?
Yeah, they were number 2. Yeah.
So where they at now?
Look at the teams that they played, though.
Number 8.
Number 8. That a bit drop right there.
They were 2? Are you sure they were 2?
They were number 2. Trust me, I had them in fantasy. I would know.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I must have missed that time.
So,
yeah, when I saw them, they were back down to 7 or 8.
On my mama. You think Dan Quinn to fix that defense, man?
He just gonna have to start blitzing the house. You're gonna have to bring the house and hope that your pass rush can make up for your lack in the secondary. 100%. You still got a Stephon Gilmore over there who's not the New England Patriots defensive player that we know him to be, but yet he's still got a little bit of cover skills left in him. You know what I mean? You got Micah, so you're gonna have to keep Micah on the right side. Don't let him go up against the left tackle. Let him go ahead and eat, and hopefully that you can get him to be a 17, 18, 19 sack guy on the year, and start bringing us 5 and 6.
But
100%.
They're not Dan Quinn Lino. He don't seem.
Well, then it ain't gonna get fixed.
I know Dan Quinn. I mean, he used to be my head coach. He don't send the blitz, player.
It ain't gonna get fixed in.
Dennis, talk to me.
I said my piece already.
That how you feel too, Sam?
That's how it feels. Week 10. I told you. Be week 9 or 10 before if he figures it out at all. That's how long it's gonna take him.
He got one of the best chess pieces on the board, though.
He
gonna have to utilize him and straight just go ahead, go get the quarterback, bro.
He does, but they've been making some moves with Micah that I don't necessarily think are smart.
Like Dennis, I heard Dennis say this a while back. They put him as a linebacker, and he not no linebacker. Let him stay at DE.
That's right.
I'm not saying that he's not a linebacker, but he's not. You're not scared of him at linebacker.
You're not scared of him.
Because you're going to run at him. You're not going to run away from him. You're going to run at him.
Right.
So
but you're scared of him as the end, though. That's where you need to fear him.
Because he was doing that last night.
Mm-hmm.
That's a meme.
But the next game, watch. That film made him into a linebacker. And they're going to say, all right, stay right here. That's what Dan Quinn do.
Well, honestly, no. What he's been doing lately is he took a safety and put him at middle linebacker. That's what I've seen on some Madden-ish. Took a safety and put him at middle linebacker.
All right, my next question. Do you want a top pass rusher on your NFL team, or do you want a complete defense in?
Well, I would love to say to have a complete defense like the 49ers do, who have the number 1 defense in all the NFL. But right now, I would say for the Chicago Bears, we need a face on the defense. We have nobody on defense that really is recognizable in Chicago. So if I'm smart, if I'm the Bears, I'm trading back in the draft, and then I'm selecting the best defensive end I can find. It could be Jared Verse, could be Dallas Turner, regardless of who it is. If I'm the Bears, we need a face on the defense. We do not have that right now. So Dallas Turner or Jared Verse, one of those two would be great. But to answer your question, Ron, I want a pass rusher. I want somebody that will get to Kirk Cousins, get to Jordan Love, get to Jared Goff, somebody that will say, "Hey, come here. You're getting tossed to the ground."
So you just want a top pass rusher. You don't want
I want the best pass rusher in the draft next year. I told you, if I'm a Bears fan, if I'm the GM, I'm taking the best left tackle, and I'm taking the best pass rusher. That's what we need right now.
Sharon.
Ditto. I agree with Ian.
Dennis.
That's why I'm over here shaking my head.
I know.
I don't need that. Defensively, I need a corner. Young, the corner safety combination.
Well, you might finna get your wish player. Y'all going after two people.
If we get that guy from TCU, that'd make me happy.
So you waiting a whole nother year. TCU? Is that what you said?
No.
Oh, you waiting a whole nother year.
Mm.
Hey, I want a 5-star Pro Bowl player at the DN because, like I just said, bro, the pass rush makes up for the sus secondary play. If you can get there before he get the ball off in 2.2 seconds, it's gonna help your motherfucking cornerbacks out a whole lot. And so all I need is that Bosa, that Watt, that Garrett, and then I'll start adding players in different rounds that are A-OK that can grow into my system and flourish as time goes along to make my defense complete. Give me, especially if I got a shot at a top 5 pick that, like how Ian has said, that's going to be the face of my defense. Time to go kill the quarterback, 100%. Especially if I'm rebuilding, 100%, bro. There's no need to go get the top 5 corner when the other side gonna get smoked, or you can game plan to not throw his way and still cook his or cook the other side. I need somebody that's gonna go get the quarterback, bro.
Hey,
it was facts.
Facts. I'm gonna point out something real quick. Dennis has Hassan Reddick. Sharon has TJ Watt. You have Nick Bosa. You know what y'all talking about. You have an elite pass rusher that will get to the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, sir. I have elite pass rushers with an S.
Oh,
we all get
wait a minute. Excuse me.
I do too.
You know what's so crazy? I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy. We let Javon Hargraves, who was an elite pass rusher, go to San Fran, and then we went and got Jalen Carter, who was becoming a very good pass rusher.
Hey, Dennis, I do want to say you should be giving us applaud, by the way. You should be saying thank you to Chicago because we traded with you to get Jalen Carter. So,
yeah.
Georgia.
Julio Jones.
Blessings on blessings.
You just had to put that in there about Georgia, didn't you, Ron?
Oh, yeah. I got represent.
Yeah, what's up with this
and we had to get a Tennessee
What's up with this Julio Jones signing? You know I'm cracking up.
Dennis, they want to be Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Philly. 14.
No, when you look at it, it's E for Eagles, right? But then the A is the Alabama A, and the G is the Georgia G. And it's a regular, it's an L and it's an E and an S. That's all.
I mean, what's next? The L is going to be for LSU.
Listen,
what's next?
Listen. Julio Jones is not going to make any difference on your team. Now, I keep telling y'all that. Why people keep signing this dude? He makes zero difference.
He didn't do nothing with the Bucks.
Exactly.
Hey.
He played with the greatest quarterback there is.
Hey, thank God he's not on my team.
Didn't he go to Arizona or Houston or someplace over there?
He went to Tennessee.
Nothing.
Didn't do shit.
Didn't do nothing. He ain't been doing nothing since he left Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And wasn't doing anything the last 2 years in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He's Mr. Soft Tissue Injury, a hammy. He's always a hamstring.
My next question. Who to blame for the Denver struggles? Sean Payton or Russell Wilson? Sharon.
It's neither. It's neither by themselves. I believe that This Sean Payton that we're looking at now is not the Sean Payton of old. I don't believe he ever gained the locker room since he's been there.
Mm-hmm.
When you as a coach don't even get the locker room off rip, you might as well kiss your season goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
These grown men, this ain't college. They ain't got to play for you. They still got their check. They'll go a year just to make your ass look bad and get fired. They're not thinking about you, player. That's how I feel about Sean Payton.
Player?
I said player. And then with Russell Wilson, I don't necessarily blame him as far as his talent or his ability to play. I do blame him for some of this off the field personality things that he seems to have conflict with his teammates on.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe that they would play for him though if the coach wasn't out here talking to the press and dogging his own quarterback to the press. I mean, that don't help. That didn't help any.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I see a lot of people saying, oh, Russell Wilson is washed. He's washed. He's washed. He's washed. He's washed. Man, please. If Russell Wilson was on the San Francisco 49ers right now, he'd be playing better than Brock Purdy. And that's just fact. It depends on where you land. That's just what I say. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Until he just shows me that he just has zero skill left, I'm not believing it.
Hey, genuine question, and this isn't a cheap shot at somebody. I swear it's not. Genuine question. If he was playing on the Falcons, would he be doing better than Samaj right now?
Better than who?
No.
If he was playing on the Falcons, would he be doing better than James Desmond Ritter?
I got two.
I believe so.
I got two questions. I got two answers for you. Yes,
I
but
believe
no.
yes.
Yes, but no. Future will kill his tail. Future already said. Future already said.
You know what? Okay, but can I be blunt?
Yes.
Fuck Future. Okay, that's what I got to say.
Hey, I just going by what the man said. Now,
yeah, I don't really care to discuss him.
I get the message now, don't.
Yeah, well, yeah. I've lost all respect for Future. All. I don't even want to hear his music, really.
But Dennis.
Where you go? He disappeared.
On my mama, what do you think?
Man, it's the fucking owner's fault for getting inheriting Russ and then giving Sean Payton old washed up ass that dough to come and coach on everything. Still keeping Vance Joseph. The defense was a top 5 defense, top 10 defense last year. Now they a shit show over there. Hey, everybody's to blame. Fuck it. Russ, the coach, and the owner, man. Fuck all them.
That's why I said I can't say them by themselves. I just
100%.
But I will say, to be fair, Stan Kroenke wanted to own a second NFL team, so he had his wife by the Denver Broncos. So just.
It's a shit show over there. They need to fix it.
Hey, the Rams were a shit show until like 4 years ago. So,
but actually, I don't like Denver, so they can stay bad all they want. I really don't care, personally. Because y'all know me. Y'all know me. I don't like anything Colorado, period. They can just throw the whole state away. How about that?
My next question.
Send them down the Mississippi River.
Do you think the Patriots losing on purpose to get a top 5 draft pick? Sharon, talk to me.
I do. Yeah, I do now. I do now because Bill Belichick is too good of a coach for them to be performing like that. Not on purpose. I don't buy it. I believe, I believe so. I believe there's some shenanigans going on.
Ian, talk to me.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's trying to secure a top 5 pick for the first time since 1992. So absolutely.
He said, "Oh, for sure."
I mean, Ron, the Patriots are bad, but they're not normally this bad. So
No,
I will
that's what
not
I'm
be
saying.
shocked. I will not be surprised if they get a top 5 pick and they draft Marvin Harrison Jr. Or they get a top 5 pick and they draft Caleb Williams. Will not be surprised.
I wouldn't
But
either.
he don't go for a top quarterback. That's what a lot of people say.
All right, I'll give you this. All right, I'll give you this.
Okay, but he can do things differently.
He will draft Marvin Harrison with top 5 pick, and then he'll draft a quarterback in day 2.
I don't know about that.
I mean, there's like 10 quarterbacks supposed to go in the draft next year. So
Yeah. On my mama, what do you think?
Hell no, he ain't doing this shit on purpose. This motherfucker got 7 Super Bowl rings, 6 Super Bowl rings. Tom Brady done won one without him. He's damn near at Don Shula's motherfucking all-time wins record. And he's going to rely on next year and next year and next year when this motherfucker is 70? No, he's not doing this on purpose. This is of his own self by being too smart to start. That's another word that the heart to start using in fantasy. When you too smart to start your big name players and you want to go with the trend sometimes, no. Just like how he had Judge and the other motherfucker last year as coordinator. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. You
talk about his son, the one that got the mullet.
No, I just truly believe that he really is doing that. I'm serious. I really
I don't think so. Hey, because everybody's shit ain't safe. The motherfucking Robert Kraft, he like, bro, this is a young man's game, bro. I done been 3 years and Kraft loves Brady. That's his fucking son. That's his adopted son. He didn't see an adopted son go put the ring on his pinky finger and talk about like why. That's the California like type term, but that's neither here or there. But he got the ring on his finger though, bro, 100%. And he like, nah, I can't be sticking around you. And then look, he forced Belichick to get rid of Jimmy. Belichick wanted Jimmy because he was trying to push out Brady, thinking Brady was done.
I know all of that.
Who's more done than who's done? Is it Brady or is it Belichick? It's looking like Belichick is the one that's done so. 100%.
Okay, you brought a good point.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
If let's just say Bill Belichick over a certain just retired,
he ain't doing that.
At the end of the year, who should they go after as a head coach?
They need to go get the boy from either USC. Who else is one of them young smart motherfuckers? Because he was in Oklahoma. I can't even think of the coach's name. But he needs one of them young motherfuckers. Lincoln Riley. Thank you, Miss Chocolate. Who else? It's another young motherfucker out there somewhere that's ready to go, bro. 100%. You got to bring it all. Why you think Ian team is boo-boo? Because they went and got whatever his Eberflus to put with fucking Justin Fields.
Cowboys assistant. Yes, we got.
I don't give a man. They brought in a defensive coordinator he's out of here anyways this year, and they finna start all over like they started all over 2 years ago.
I won't be surprised. No, I wanted Dan Quinn. Rod knows this. When originally I wanted Dan Quinn, but no, we got Eberflus. So
I don't know. The Patriots should go get Eric Bieniemy.
There you go. 100%. He's going to get a job this year. He's going to get a job.
If Belichick retired, that's who they need to tap.
Matter of fact, that's who Ian needs is Eric Bieniemy.
To be honest, the way my team been playing, we need him.
Everybody don't need the same guy. Everybody don't need the same guy. Come on now.
Hey, the only problem is Eric Bieniemy already has a job next year. It's in Washington.
I understand that, but it's not like he can't leave if he want to. He can.
Yeah, that seat's already warmed up for him. He's already got a seat there. So
it's warmed up.
Okay, my last question of the night. Who you rather draft, Caleb Williams or Michael Pitts, the quarterback from Washington Huskies? Sharon.
I take Caleb.
Why Caleb?
I just like him. I like the way he plays. I like the way he looks in the pocket. I like the way he commands his team. I just like him. I like it's like he was born a quarterback. I just like him. Good field vision. He makes good decisions. Only thing about him I worry about is he doesn't protect himself enough. And I think he needs to make sure that he does that before he gets to the NFL. Because them boys are bigger in the NFL. Bigger and fast. You can't just throw your body out there like that.
Facts.
So, since I'm from the Pac-12 world, everybody who knows my team knows they play in the Pac-12. I've got to see both of these guys. And based off of my preference, based off of what I have observed, Michael Penix is better than Caleb Williams is. Michael Penix got more upside than Caleb Williams is. And if you've seen a lot of these mock drafts, they have Michael Penix going in the second round. And they got Caleb Williams going in the first round. Like a lot of these sites have him going in the late first, early second round. So if it is my team, since you asked the question, if it's my team and we got picks in the second round too, I would take Michael Penix if he's there in the second round. Because he's got more potential. He's 6'4", by the way. And he's also somebody I look at. I go, he's got a strong arm. He's capable in the pocket. He can move around well. He's clutch in big games. He's done good both years he's been in Washington. Both years he's done pretty well. So that's my answer. Michael Penix.
He all right.
Oh, my mama.
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie to the people, bro. I ain't watched not one of them boys' games this year, bro. Saturdays is one of my busiest days on my yards. That shit be and Pac-12, so they play 5 o'clock games. I ain't gonna lie, but sometimes I be sleep at 5 o'clock on Saturdays. I ain't gonna lie, bro. So, I ain't seen one of them, so I ain't got no opinion on this question, big bro. My bad.
It is Pac-12, you know.
Yeah. Only weird. Only
no good for that
like
one.
myself stay up to watch the Big 12.
Well, I like Michael. That dude just something serious. The way he been balling the last 3 weeks, just.
Well, like on my mama said, I haven't watched the Washington dude, but maybe half a game. I watched him half a game, and he look all right, but I like Caleb. Is that your last question? You got one more?
I got some from this week. You want me to get it? Do it?
No, already 10 o'clock.
I gotta go slide over to Stay Tuned Live, big bro. I'm gonna go pull up on Jay Bailey and them. One love, y'all.
All right.
In a minute.
I don't know where Dennis is, but
me either.
Since I missed trash and certified